Hey, welcome to the Team Babe podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm Babe.
And I'm Robin, and I'm Babe.
Like riding a bike, babe.
Right back on it.
Yeah, we're back on the horse.
Here we are. And
we're back.
It's a new year.
Since
we last were here. And that rhymed.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you get on the mic, you just can't help but rhyme it, I guess.
That's right, son.
Yeah.
And it's also a new decade. And so I guess it's like been a minute since we did this or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, we, you know, as we've talked about before, we plan the show out, like, you know, word by word, letter by letter, minute by minute. You know, we have our bits, we have our sketches that we get in. It's basically like a Saturday Night Live type of thing, which is why it's so hard to do week in, week out. And I think we have a whole new appreciation for the good folks at NBC and Saturday Night Live, Lauren and the gang, you know.
Speaking, it's funny that you bring up Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, this is so much like that. You know, that's great. And
Right.
then today when I went out and walked around the old downtown with Charlie because he had a photography project he had to do, I had him stop on this brick wall and I was like, I'm going to take your Saturday Night Live portrait now. And he was like, what are you talking about?
Has he never watched the intro to Saturday Night Live?
No, I guess not. He's in for a treat. Anyway, it's
Saturday Night Live, starring,
featuring, Charlie Fader
against the brick wall. Yeah,
anyway,
that's right.
I got a Getty, so maybe I'll be generous and post it on the old interwebs.
Hey, man, don't promise these people. Like, if you promise them things like, hey, we're going to come back and do a special episode for New Year's Eve.
Oops.
And then you forget to do it, or you don't do it because, you know, of reasons, then, like, they will obviously kill you.
No, you know what? It was actually okay that we did that. You know why?
Why?
Because this is a show for no one. And no one may even be watching it now.
Yeah.
Or listening to it. So... Truly, I think no one was harmed.
No one was harmed during the making of this podcast.
Except for our egos. Well, that's okay. That's nothing new.
Yeah, man. So what the hell you been up to, man? I mean, well, as I was saying, like, you know, we had to take a week or two downtime.
Or 10.
Right? Where we just didn't.
Well,
no. I'm getting to the other 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
We had to take just that week or two to just kind of relax, you know, just sort of like, I don't know, just like recuperate, you know?
Yeah.
Refresh. And then, I mean, after that, we hit it really hard, planning out the new season, writing all the sketches, writing our banter between segments, stuff like that, you know? Getting it all put out on cue cards and everything like that for
the crew.
Old Xavier back there, who's flipping cards for us tonight, like always. Good on you, man. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what we were doing
for 8 weeks.
That's why the show is so unbelievably tight, hilarious. It has like, you know, laugh, like a good solid laugh every like 30 seconds.
Oof,
at a minimum, you know, to keep the folks interested and keep them coming back, right? This show for no one. This show for ghosts.
I want those nobodies to come back each week and really just get addicted.
It's like in, was it like The Lord of the Rings, the second book? Is that the Two Towers?
I think so.
Well, maybe it's like in the third one, The Return of the King.
Get it,
or whatever.
Get it right now.
Yeah, let's be sure to really nail this. But remember when the ghost army like comes back and like say kind of like kills everything or something?
Yeah.
Saves the men of Gondor? I don't even fucking know. I don't remember. I should probably watch those again. Those are pretty fun.
It's like now's the time to watch movies you've already seen.
Yeah, I guess so. That's all we've been doing other than planning the show. Anyway, I was going to say that our audience is like those ghosts.
That is not how I imagine them.
That's
myself.
how I imagine them. They all kind of look like kind of pirates, swashbucklers. It's sort of like a Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean.
I'm a Caribbean all the way
Pirates of
kind
the
of gal.
Caribbean. Crossed with like the ghosts from whatever that place is in Lord of the Rings.
Wow, that's dark, man. So, besides having a ghostly audience, what happened to your other, 2 of the 10 weeks? Did you just go into a black hole or something?
Oh, I mean, I was working on all of my other creative projects, my music, my art. Yeah, I mean, like my I was going to my drum circles, you know.
You mean you didn't spend it like in a paralysis of depression like I did?
Wait, are you saying what I was doing or what you were doing?
That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay, me too. Same page. Cool.
Dang, yeah, that'll really cut into your productivity,
The winter months will get you, man, if you got that sad.
I thought I didn't have it.
I think it might be contagious.
I think I caught it from you. Thanks a lot. You really should have worn your mask more.
It's a pandemic, babe. I told you to be careful, man. You can't be swapping spit.
If I can't swap spit with you, let's just forget it. Anyway.
Well, what happened? What else happened in all this time? I mean, so many things.
Yeah, too many to recount.
Yeah, probably couldn't cover them all.
Let's touch on the highlights, shall we?
Okay, well, I had a birthday.
You sure did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
What do we do? We cooked food?
Yeah. Well, we watched Wayne's World with the kids.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
They laughed hysterically.
Wayne's World 2.
Yeah.
As I recall.
Well, we watched Wayne's World 1 with Charlie, and then we watched Wayne's World 2 with Charlie and Morgan.
Yeah.
But I thought it was sort of telling that we laughed. We've seen it 5 times. They'd never seen it, and they laughed. So it's like a classic for the ages. Yeah, am I right?
It seems to hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when we had steak, and that was good,
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't go to like Paris or anything. We kind of like hung around the house.
Kind of hung around in the pandemic.
And
sort of sitch.
Pandemic style.
Still occurring or whatever, and a lot of gazing at the old navel.
Yeah, it's mostly gazing at the old TV, I feel like, but yeah.
And the computer screen.
Right.
And the phone screen.
Oh, you're forgetting our other big milestone besides your birthday.
What was that?
Our anniversary.
Oh, yeah, our dating anniversary. 24 years this year.
24.
24 big ones.
Man, I feel like we should do something next year. It'd be 25.
We're going to do something.
Tell me it's true, man.
We're going to go to Italy.
Oh, wow. Is that a promise?
That's a promise.
Whoa. Boy, I might hold you to it. I might cry. Little tears if I don't go.
Well, last time, that's what happened.
Yep. It'll be a repeat.
That was like 22 years ago.
No, that was
More
like
than 21 years ago.
4 years ago. That was like right when we started dating, dude.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying to mean. I don't fucking know anything, dude. I'm completely brain dead.
That's fine. You're still so good looking. It doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I've been like. At least I have my looks. That's the thing. It's like I lost everything in life, but at least I have my charming good looks.
You do.
And
that's true.
That's really carrying me through.
It's carrying me through.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I'm so glad.
What else have we been doing besides celebrating all these wonderful parts of life? I think we've been indulging in a lot of media, right?
Yeah. Lots of media, mixed media,
Yeah.
acrylic, watercolor, collage, you know,
I could use a good collage, man.
photography, you know, we're throwing it all in there.
Well, look at us. We're using audio and video. We're
We
like
are.
practically in the AV club here.
Yep, that's
That's
right.
media, isn't it?
You might notice that we're like hands free these days.
Hey.
With both hands. That's
got-
something new.
We got an upgrade here.
Finally putting these to use
Woo.
after getting them 2 months ago or
And
whatever.
then just setting them next to our chairs and looking at them each day and going, wow, we suck.
Yeah. Well, whenever you weren't here, which was not very often for this last 2 months, I would just sit in here and kind of like pretend to do a podcast by myself.
You are full of shit.
Yeah, I'd just be like,
You're
yeah, so anyway, how are you
such a
guys doing out
liar.
there? Blah, blah, blah. Like just telling
Right.
stories, you know,
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, I was in a bar in London, you know, ... Like it, and it goes on from there. Oh, it's punctuated by laughter and clapping.
If you were in here like actually practicing, I'd be so happy.
You'd be so pissed.
No, I wouldn't. Why would I be pissed?
Oh, because I was thinking like it'd be like leaving you out.
That's fine. You can
Leave me out of it.
just leave
Just
me out
practice.
of it. What you know? What? Besides all this media we've been consuming, you also had like some really intimate pictures taken.
I did. Yeah, boudoir.
Yeah,
Just a deep boudoir.
it was in the most
session.
private, most concealed parts of your body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing is a mystery anymore.
It was really in depth.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple of endoscopies, upper and lower. Heyo. And yeah, man, we're just checking it out.
And so now we have pictures of the inside of your butthole.
Yeah, my butthole. To quote a little Squirrely Dan from Letterkenny, another good pandemic watch.
Yeah.
If you have Hulu, check it
Yeah.
out.
Don't watch too much of it, because if you do, you'll wake up grinding your teeth in the night.
Don't bring your kids either.
No, don't let your kids watch that garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be sleeping at night and you'll be like chirping, but you can't possibly like chirping like talking shit, like, you know, or whatever. Like
But
the
they
hockey
have these
players.
little stupid made up words that nobody's ever heard of before. And so what happens to me is I'm not chirping. I'm just hearing their chirps on repeat.
Okay.
Like I'm memorizing flashcards. You know? Like
Yeah.
Ferda
Ferda.
and the boys
Uh-huh.
and the Sandos and
Crushing Sandos?
Pitter Patter and you know, whatever else.
Yeah. All the things.
Stuart.
Rolled.
Yeah, I mean it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just on a repeat loop.
on a repeat with
But I would say
yeah.
it's worth it because it's pretty funny. And then, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not super funny. Don't. It's not for kids.
No, you said that.
Oh, I did.
This show's not for kids either. This show
Shit.
that we're on right now is not for kids.
That's right. This is like NC-17. Man, it's actually NC-32.
It's actually NC0 because no one's watching it.
NC-0. It's the NC-00 double aught buckshot. Oh man, I'm gonna have to write down some hip hop lyrics here.
Hey, can I tell you something real quick?
NC-00 double aught buckshot. What?
So going back to your little procedure we were discussing,
Oh right.
I looked at the pictures from this procedure, and guess what?
What?
Your throat and your butthole look exactly the same from the inside.
Your butthole. Yeah, I mean, it's really uniform, it seems.
Yeah. We're just like a worm, like one long tube that just happens to have to curl up in a wad or whatever. But
Yeah.
if you stretched it all out, it'd basically be a hose from one end to the other. It's very strange.
One of my comfort blankie of audio, I probably talked about this before because this has been going on for a while, but is re-listening to Harmontown, and Dan Harmon on there says this weird thing about how like we're just like worms or whatever. So you saying that reminded me of that, and that like we just adapted, like instead of like rubbing food up against our body, like the outside of our, it used to be the outside of our body, but now it's the inside of our body, and the food just goes in there and like rubs up against up against the inside of your body to get like, you know, absorbed or whatever. I don't get it.
Dan, I think it's got science a little sideways, personally.
Oh, some sideways science.
Yeah.
Huh.
But, you know, worms don't rub their food on the outside of their body.
Do they eat it?
Yeah.
But isn't it like isn't it like to move, like they're eating the dirt, right? And then they go through, and as they're eating it, they're like extruding like a trail of worm poop behind them to like fill in the hole that was there.
Yeah, basically.
That's pretty cool.
And it's better dirt than what they ate.
Yeah, they
That's
leave
the
it.
beauty.
They leave it. You know, they take only pictures and leave only footprints. Except their footprints are their own shit.
They don't have any feet.
And it's really amazing that they can take pictures too, because they don't have fingers or eyes.
Okay. But they do have a tube, and that is their body.
Yeah.
And they have one digestive tract, and that is also a tube.
Yeah.
So.
And its whole job in life is to extrude like a uniform like line of poop. That's like where they were going.
That's really fascinating.
Right? Yeah, man.
I also enjoyed another show.
What other show?
Well, we finally finished Schitt's Creek, which I don't know why we didn't watch it before, because it was totally hilarious.
Yeah.
And then we watched The Lady and the Dale. And boy, that's a strange one.
Yeah, weird HBO documentary.
And it just, I mean, it was well done. Like, I liked the way that they animated it, told the story. It is a really interesting story, although it's sort of sad. And but the other thing about it was that there was so many times that I totally cracked up, just because, I don't know, there's just stuff about it where I was like, okay, I can't say it because I'm going to do spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, in the episode 1, I was like, there's some news anchor. I totally called it on who he was, just joking.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And then later in the last episode, you get the whole, you know, shebang, and I just about died. And you recommended it to your parents.
Yeah.
And so you didn't know when you recommended it what the total outcome would be, but boy, the irony of it all. Anyway, they'll never watch it, so it'll be fine. But I about died laughing.
Yeah, it was. That's a wild story. It's not what I expected at all.
Me either. But I mean, I'm glad they tell these stories of people like that aren't necessarily famous for the right reason or whatever, you know. But
Yeah.
there's a reason that people paid attention to them, and a lot of times it's because they're very influential, and they kind of like leave a mark without even necessarily setting out to do that or whatever.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. It doesn't even have to be like, you know, leaving a mark like nationally, like with the whole world, like nation or whatever. Like just the people that learned about that car or bought it or were involved in the making of it. It's so weird. Like
Yeah.
seeing and hearing them talk about that whole like everything that happened.
Right.
Was
right.
wild.
It was wild. It's stranger than fiction, is what it is. That's always the best. I mean, that's what this show is. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know, except we're putting it out there. Like, it's not going to be an undiscovered gem or, you know.
No. You
like
discovered it. This
50 years later, you know, they dig up all the archival footage or whatever, and then they have to, like, animate pictures of us. Like,
no, there'll be all of this video that they can reanimate from the dead.
Deep fake it, man.
Yeah, deep fake it.
Yeah.
So we're all set there.
We're set.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's great.
So the perhaps my favorite discovery in our TV journey has been Painting with John. That is the most ridiculous show, in that it is Almost insanely boring, but completely entertaining.
Yeah, and sometimes mesmerizing. That's another HBO thing. But John Lurie, like, uh, 30 years ago, did Fishing with John,
It was
I
like
think, and
very
it was just like,
obscure.
it was really obscure. And Willem Dafoe, like, he took Willem Dafoe ice fishing. He took oh, god damn it, what's the guy with the gravelly ass voice?
Oh, you mean that old
Tom
piano player?
Waits.
Yeah.
Tom Waits,
Mm-hmm.
like fishing in the Caribbean or whatever and getting like seasick and stuff. Like just a weird kind of ambient,
Travel show.
picturesque sort of travel show, but
Yeah.
really bizarre. Anyway, so 30 years later, John Lurie does this thing for HBO that
Yeah.
I guess we just kind of finished watching.
Yeah.
I think it might be over, but yeah, painting with John,
Yeah.
and this is strangely mesmerizing in parts, like watching him paint, watching the super high def like close up of what the watercolor paint is
Like the
doing
process.
on the paper and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
like how he's highlighting things and everything is totally mesmerizing. Hearing him kind of talk, it's like I feel like that could be like my white noise machine or
Yeah.
something for going to bed. It's
Yeah.
very relaxing.
It is. It's super relaxing. Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd be watching it, like I think not the last episode that we watched like tonight, but the one before that. I was like nobody watches this show. I think, like, who would watch this show? Like, we're the only
It was made for
psychos.
us.
Yeah, it was made for no one. It's a show for no one.
It's our sister show.
Our sister show, just like Team Babe is a show for no one. So is Painting with John. But I highly recommend that you check both
It's
out.
really good.
I wouldn't say really good. I mean, ours is. Painting with John is.
Painting with John is really good in a very understated way.
Yeah.
So low budget, and it is not rehearsed, and there is not a story.
Yeah.
But it's this little sliver of like someone's life, and it is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I like weird stuff.
He's an interesting guy. I mean, he's an avant-garde musician.
Yeah.
He can't play music anymore. I don't know. You'll
So-
learn all about it. Whatever the fuck. It's John Lurie. Check it out.
We also started watching the Pretend It's a City, which has led to many, many arguments over maps.
Geography.
And skylines.
Terminology.
Skylines, terminology, and maps. So if you're looking to have a good time, please don't watch them.
Something about Annie Leibovitz's, is it Leibowitz or Leibovitch, or what do you say it?
Leibowitz?
Leibowitz's, aggressive attitude in her communication style. Even if she's smiling, it's like she's going at you, man.
I can relate, dude.
Something about that just brings out the attorney in me.
I'm surrounded by attorneys. This is my fate because I didn't go to law school.
Well, you're one too.
Ha! I'm outnumbered here. I'm like the, sole witness and the surrounded by the defense team. Yeah, I have to even say sometimes to Charlie, you may now rest your case, counselor. You are excused from the courtroom.
Does it work?
Yes, it does shut him up sometimes. Because, sometimes I have to pull the car over. It gets so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, not usually.
Yeah, so I guess this is like where we talk about shows that we watch and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the upshot of this episode.
We were shooting the cool breeze, man.
I mean, when we started to write it, that's just kind of where the story took us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's been going on. I mean, this is real life, is it not? This is true
real life.
love. This is it. This is what you get.
This is a show for no one.
And because of that, we don't have to make it into something.
That's right. It can be terrible.
That's right. And that's because we decided that it could be terrible,
Yeah.
not because it is terrible, even though we tried to make it not to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, you try, I guess, but like trying is not cool.
Yeah,
Man.
trying's for dorks.
Trying's for fucking losers, man.
Yeah, the cool kids don't try,
Like,
okay?
you're so square.
I mean, that's
Trying
just like
to do things.
so lame. Yeah. hmm Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
So
I think we need to have like a little I think we need to have a little meeting of the minds with John Lurie.
I'd like that.
Maybe we'll get him to start a podcast.
I mean, he's got one.
We can podcast back and forth. Does he?
That means basically what he's doing.
Well, it's highly visual.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What else is going on? Do we have anything else to talk about?
Yeah, we do. We have
This could be the shortest episode in the history of Team Babe, and that'd be fine with me.
Well, okay, two things.
Two
All
things. Ting one.
Okay. First of all, we're beginning to write Red Town.
Yeah.
Let's just touch on that. We've started the process, and I think we actually have a good start.
Okay.
You don't think so?
Well, I mean, it's a fine start, but it's just like, like we didn't keep working on it. That's my fault.
We didn't keep working on it, and what now? The time is up.
Yeah. It's 2021, baby. Things move pretty fast around here, No, I mean, yeah, we have as much time as we could possibly ever want.
Okay. So anyway,
No pressure.
We started on it. That doesn't mean we stopped. We've just started on it. It's not done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if you're a smoker, you're smoking cigarettes, it's like you didn't quit cigarettes when you finished it and you put it out or whatever, or, threw it in the garbage and started the house on fire. You didn't quit smoking. Okay. Because you knew you were going back and you're going to have another one in 30 minutes or an hour or something like that. That always amazed me when I started working at the paper, the people who smoked, like how many breaks they would take.
That's why people start smoking a lot of times, because you can take so many breaks and nobody seems to be able to say anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was like affecting anybody's work or anything, but it's like, hey, man, maybe I should start smoking.
What a terrible idea.
Yeah, that way I get to take breaks. That's why people do it.
Yeah, well, smoking lends itself to people sitting around and talking about nothing a lot,
Yeah. Kind of like this show.
Yeah, it's like the show, but with smoke.
With smoke.
Yeah.
Delicious smoke.
Yeah, so
flavorful.
I would just like to say that there's more to come on Red Town. I'm not going to give like an expected date when it's going to be done or anything, but I think we have a lot of good ideas, and I feel like what we wrote so far was, was something that somebody might actually get into.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe. My whole goal is just to write the worst thing possible.
Okay.
The worst thing that I possibly can. Like, that's some other good, actually really good advice that I picked up from Harmontown. Not that I've actually acted on it that often or anything like that, but Dan was like, oh, so you have writer's block, right? That's you just trying to prove that you're a good writer so you're like getting in your own way. So what you need to do to break through that is like, try to write the worst thing you've ever written. Just prove that you're a bad writer and do that. And then maybe it'll be good.
Yeah, I've done that
on accident
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I think we've all had similar, or most of us probably anyway, have had some sort of experience like that. If not with writing, then with like, I don't know, some other fun or creative pursuit.
I like the Rick Rubin approach as well, which
What's
is
that?
a similar idea.
Sit in a barrel, what is it, sauna or whatever, barrel sauna, and then dunk in extremely cold water.
No, I'm talking about writing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He actually had like practical advice.
Yeah, what was that again?
So that is like if you have writer's block, again, you're just kind of like stuck or whatever, and you're like, I don't know what to do. Then his advice to someone who's writing a song or lyrics or something would be write one word. Can you write one word that has to do with this song or this melody or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And everybody can write one word. So it's like if you can do that, then you can write another word.
Okay.
So it's like that.
You just keep stringing them together. So it's like
Yeah.
you're setting yourself up to succeed because like all that's required of you is to write one word.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good writing advice too. I mean, like, and like there's similar other techniques. It's like, well, if you're having trouble like consistently writing, then make it so that you're consistently writing every day, but it's as little as possible. Like it's a paragraph, or like write 400 words.
Yeah.
And then most of the time, once you actually do that, you start to kind of get into it, and you're like, oh, I want to keep writing. Maybe you write double that or something, and then you're
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good like little mental tips and tricks that I have put into practice very few times.
Maybe we should try
But they
that
actually
more
work.
often,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, this is the thing too, okay,
Oh, okay.
is we have a song of the week.
Oh, yeah. We do.
And that we can say we're going to do. Every week we'll have a song of the week.
Yep.
That's that at least.
Are we going to tell them what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 19...
Do we say it? Wait, do
Oh.
we say it like together at the same time? Like 3, 2. It's 1979 by the Smashing Pumpkins. The Smashing Pumpkins or Smashing Pumpkins? Seems familiar. I've probably done this before.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's, they like their band name could just be an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exciting.
So that's the song of the week. And the reason it is because I have been working on learning it on the bass for a couple months.
Yeah.
And I think we're pretty close.
Yeah, I think so. You're
Close
better
enough.
than me at it.
But my part's very easy and yours isn't.
Yeah, I have to relearn it every time because I don't practice it.
But there might be a little video clip of our playing it. So
Let's not promise too much to
I said there might be.
nobody who's listening.
Nobody.
This is going out live, man, all over the planet,
When are you gonna get that Twitch
and nobody's
set up,
listening.
man?
Me? Oh, I got it set up.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Well,
about
hey.
to do that thing.
You are? You're about to drop that new content in your feed?
Any day now. Since I can barely, like, sometimes I'll write like a post to go with my picture or whatever. I get it like done or like 3/4 of the way done, and I'm just like, delete it.
Man, what the hell?
I do that all the
That's
time.
so dumb.
Yeah.
Every time you want to do that, then just hit post from now on, okay?
Post.
Like you're like, I think I should delete it. Nope. Meh. Post. Do that instead.
Yeah.
See what
am I
happens.
afraid of? What am I afraid of?
See what happens with your life when you start just doing that. It'll be revolutionary.
Is it going to be like the Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man?
I don't know. I don't even know what it would be like.
Is that a Jim Carrey movie?
I
Is that a
think so.
movie? Yes Man?
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Like, let's start at the largest. Is that a movie? Is that a Jim Carrey movie?
Yeah. Yep. And yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you should try that. I think it would change your life. I changed my life by not doing that. By thinking about the things that I say and write to people.
Yeah, gotcha. Check.
Yeah, it's an exhausting task, but it's good. It's necessary,
Yeah.
for humanity.
Yeah. It's totally necessary. But yeah, so I guess like we're making plans and schemes, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any schemes you wanted to share or plans?
Schemes?
Yeah.
Plans? Gosh.
Other than that, I guess we already did. We we're gonna do a song of the week.
Yeah.
Hard. I don't want to I don't want to like promise things. You know what I mean? But
I think we can make that happen. Each time we record, we will give you a song because I think everybody could use some suggestions.
yeah. And it is a show for no one. But I was thinking about maybe we'll do songs for no one.
I like that.
That's what we'll name the little song of the week compilation.
Okay, I like that.
That we put out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the theme.
Shows for no one,
Yeah.
songs for no one.
Yeah. Man.
Sounds good. I think we nailed it.
I like it. It's real like isolationist, you know?
Feels very appropriate for right now.
It sure does. Because it's like a year, man.
It's like exactly like a year, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah. And it's kind of starting to get to me.
Yeah, it's gotten to me here and there, but I don't know. Earlier this month, I was like, I don't know if I can take it, man. I gotta do something.
I feel like
I gotta leave the area.
Yeah.
I gotta get to.
I gotta do something, man.
The tropics or something, man, and not the bar.
No.
A half a mile away, called the
Nope.
Tropics, that I've heard was remodeled recently and is very
That's
nice.
great.
Wonderful. Don't feel like going to a bar though.
Nope.
Sometimes you eat the bar. Sometimes the bar eats you.
And sometimes you gotta go where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't because there's a pandemic. Personally, I like to go where no one knows my name. Which is why this is a great show to be on, because I'm never going to have that fear of being a celebrity.
Until we really need it, and then like those ghosts will show up.
That's true. And by then we'll live in our boat house that's over the top of the Hollywood Hills.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna did you already post the link to that?
Not yet.
On the Team Babe
But
feed?
somebody's already put in an offer on it.
Oh, I bet. With a high profile story like that on the interwebs, no doubt.
If you got a cool million.
Yeah, if you got a cool mill to kick down.
You can live in the Hollywood Hills in a little boat.
Well, I mean, it's a house that's designed to be like a boat, right?
It looks like an upside down boat. Yep.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
They're really cool. I live in that with you.
Okay, let's go.
Want to do it?
Yep, I have $1 million right here.
Cool.
Because I'm a famous podcaster.
Nice. Me
So,
too.
Of course, I'm flush with cash.
That's why you can buy me all my fancy clothes and
All your
cars.
diamonds, your pearls, your rubies.
These nails.
Ooh, yeah, man. Get those done.
Child. Yes.
Get those nails done.
Well, I think that this has been a good time. What do you think?
Yeah, seems fine. Seems like a fine time. I had fun. Did you?
Yeah, I had fun. It's nice to be back.
It is. It's good to be back. I think I would like to do it every week again. Because I feel like we got fucked up.
Yeah, we got done.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, man. It's your own show.
I know. But like we kind of took our first break right after we wrapped up the COVID-19 mixtape, right? Right on our anniversary area. Our anniversary area. Our anniversary area.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really inappropriate.
Like, is that your genitalia? I think I meant the area of the calendar that is the first part of June.
Yeah.
But ever since then, man, I don't know. We broke the spell, and it feels like we just got to get back onto that once a week, no matter what vibe. So I think we're going to try to do that.
Okay.
And the show's going to be shorter.
Okay.
Maybe because we're just going to do whatever because it's a show for no one.
We're going to do what we want.
And so if you have low self-esteem or high self-esteem, you can and you're listening, you could just consider yourself to be nobody, at least for the duration of the show. That's fine.
I know I'm nobody.
Yeah. Me too, nobody.
Yeah, I'm like a nowhere man.
Yeah.
In this nowhere land,
Mm.
singing all my nowhere songs for nobody.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, now you owe Paul like $10.
I don't think he was listening. It's really fine.
Okay, man. If we get a cease and desist,
I will jump up and down because that means somebody listened to this.
oh God.
You know, right?
Come at me, ASCAP.
Yeah, do it. They got other stuff going on.
ASCAP. That's the best acronym for
ASCAP?
Yeah, ASCAP. It's wonderful. It just makes me happy whenever I see it or hear people talk about it, which is never. But yeah, ASCAP is great. And on that note, babe, if I'm going to be nowhere doing a show for nobody and watching TV shows for nobody and listening to the Songs for Nobody playlist, I'm going to do it with you.
I like it, babe. I'm going to do it with you too.
Yeah. Well, I love you, babe.
Well, I love you too, babe.